Ladies and gentlemen, Sumi back with another video on Risk of Rain 2. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to be jumping into Monsoon difficulty right over here. It says, for hardcore players, every been introduces pain and horrors of the planet, you will die. This is absolutely true, especially that last line. We're going to play on the Mercenary, because it's probably the hardest class other than maybe the Artificer to play, mainly because you can't really just attack elite enemies that have the fire modifier. They'll wreck your day. You'll just burn out right there, especially like the flaming wisps that sometimes pop up as bosses. Before we get into it though, let's talk about what we're thinking about here. I've been playing quite a bit, been practicing a little bit on Monsoon, so let's just kind of take a moment to talk about what we're looking at. What do we like here? We like Queen's Gland, so if there's a Trial of the Mountain in Area 1, we're going to take it. Almost every time, just for the chance to get a beetle boss, and that chance that the beetle boss will drop a gland. We want to find this Prion Accumulator. Very good odds of finding it in the first area, to be honest. We'll settle for a backup. Would even settle for a disposable missile launcher earlier. Anything that allows us to keep moving while we're collecting stuff. We don't really like Radar Scanner. We don't really like Crowdfunder. Gnarled Wood Sprite's okay. Chrysalis is equally okay. Crits, eh. Primordial Cube is good. It works really well since we can dash through an entire clump of enemies and stun them all. That's the word I'm looking for. This is fine. These are all pretty unlikely that we're going to find. Any of these actually are fine. This might be kind of interesting. Huh. Bracelets are fine. Ukulele is good. It allows us to just kind of dash and do tons of lightning damage all over the place. That's cool with me. Of course, infusions are fine. We would love to get fireworks. Fireworks and energy drinks are like way up there on our list of things that we want to get, and I don't know if this is kind of popular yet. It is for me. Why fireworks, you might be asking? Well, the damage of the fireworks is enough to where I can run around once I get just one bundle of fireworks, opening the little capsules. The damage of the fireworks that are going to be shooting out will be enough to generate us income without me having to turn around and kill things. Ideally, we only want to stop once, maybe twice in the first area. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I'll kind of just talk about the decisions I'm making, what I'm thinking as I make the decisions as best I can. Okay, make sure we're on Monsoon. And let's see what area we're starting in. Titanic Plains is fine. I like Titanic Plains. I somewhat like these little bots here, the 35 ones. Oh, this is perfect, since they help with that whole passive income idea. I think the main point of this game that people haven't figured out just yet is that you really don't want to have to stop and move a lot. Now, notice what I just did there. Some people think that Mercenary doesn't know how to deal with these airborne mobs very well. Absolutely not true. On the regular ones, the regular wisps, you can honestly just dash right through if you're good, or you know, decent. Okay, we're gonna kill these guys real quick because they're all clumped together, and this will be the last time we need to lunar coin drop. Stop for a while. If we happen to find like a line of wisps in the air that we can dash through to get a little bit more movement speed, then great. If not, we don't really care too much. That's just the kind of thing we're looking out for though. Just hopping up to see if we can't look for any chests. I don't want to have to do any kind of circling around the map. So hopefully the teleporter isn't on this side. If it is, we'll figure it out. Okay, this is interesting. We are going to repair the gunner drone. There's another one right here. Let's do this. I think it's worth stopping for just a moment. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on you. There, we've got enough currency for that. The last dash doesn't really have to hit anything. I try to use the first 2 dashes to hit the wisps, and the third one I just kind of dash in whatever direction I was initially heading. So see, we've managed to get 2 drones already, and we've got enough money for a chest. We don't really need to go all the way around here. And we're only 2 minutes in. 2 minutes does seem like a long time, especially considering how quickly the difficulty scales up on Monsoon. But we're still fine. I fully expect to enter level 2 at the beginning of medium. That's generally what I shoot for. If we get a really bad assortment of items or something, generally, and I hate to say this, but I will restart a run if it's way into medium because we had to stop for some silly reason if we don't have anything good. Like if we've gotten a bunch of fungus, obviously there's not much chance that we're going to be able to beat Monsoon on the Mercenary. Don't at me. Okay, teleporters over here. We saw the little particle effects. If you don't know by now, you should if you've been tuned in at all, but you can see the little orange dots in the air right there, the little orange particle effects. That is going to be how you find your teleporter, even if it's phased into a wall. The developers have said that they are aware that people have been kind of complaining about spending 20 minutes finding a teleporter. Really, that's on you. Sorry, bub. It's real easy to find it, no matter what map you're on, no matter where it spawns. It's just really easy to find it. As long as you just know about the whole particle trick. It's been mentioned all over the Reddit and stuff. Let's dash out, dash back in. Okay, you are dead. We don't actually need to do this whole shrine here. I don't know what completing that shrine really pays out. But I do want armor-piercing rounds right now. Nothing over in that direction. That's cool. I do feel like we need to just kind of kill a few of these. We don't want everything clumped together on us at the boss fight. Okay, third drone. That's going to take care of our passive income. Notice we're coming back to that phrase a lot, passive income. It's incredibly important. It's one of the only things that I feel like the Huntress really has going at the moment, other than all that damage from the, what's that skill called? The Bouncing Glaive, you know, if you've played League of Legends, the Sivir ability. We have 4 gunner drones. This is good for early game. Gunner drones will do a lot of work for us unless we're against a Vagrant. If we're against a Wandering Vagrant, there's a good chance they all just die. I don't think we'll be wasting our time going for that. I'm just peeking over here, make sure we didn't see anything. Okay, we're basically done here. We've already touched on everything we needed to. It doesn't matter if we get anything out of this. We're not going to stick around. Chance shrines are the best way to slow down your run. So, you know, don't get hung up on chance shrines unless you just really want to lose your run. Okay, see how much time we just saved there? We managed to kill those without stopping, really, other than a brief pause. The teleporter was over here, correct? It's all about saving those seconds. Because I think Monsoon clicks over, on Monsoon Medium clicks over at like 7 minutes or something crazy like that. You really just don't have that much time to spare. So if you can stop yourself from having to just randomly stop and attack a couple of things at once, just get that weird strategy out of your head and you'll be much better off. Okay, let's take care of her. She has a lot of point blank damage. We want to make sure that she doesn't hit us with a ton of poison right off the rip. We're dashing around a lot, so it's not like it's going to be easy for her. It's probably kind of hard to keep track of what's going on if you haven't played a lot of Mercenary, but we would like to be level 6 when we leave here, I think. 6 to 7 is the ideal, in my opinion. We're not going to stick around and kill mobs, though. One thing I like about the Mercenary a lot is that no matter what you're really doing, it absolutely has... Ooh, perfect. It has to be within range of the teleporter. The only time you would leave teleporter range when you're doing a boss fight is if you're just about to die. Just to get out and heal for a moment. Oh, that's unlucky. I messed up the dash after the ulti there. Okay, so we're gonna make it out of here right at the beginning of medium. That's pretty good time. We have a beetle guard now and 4 gunner drones. Beetle guards are insane. They do, even on the 2nd level, they do a crazy amount of damage. I don't know if their damage scales off of your damage or what that's going on, but they'll half health other beetle guards, if I recall correctly. I don't like that the difficulty just jumps right there. I don't know if you noticed, but it jumped like a full 1/3 of medium. So we went from the very beginning to almost the halfway point. I'm kind of salty, but that's just the way the game plays. Okay, we're just keeping an eye out for anything and everything that might help us. We're at 7 minutes in, 7.5. Okay, we know we've got 3 chests over here and a choice. Let's just examine this choice, see if there's any sprint options. There are not, so our best bet there is probably going to be the question mark and hope that we get maybe armor-piercing rounds or an energy drink. But we're not prioritizing that. We're prioritizing the chests, I guess. Honestly, I guess there's not much of a difference. But we do know we have a clump of 4 items there, so we're going to need a couple hundred a couple hundred currency before we can even think about coming back this way. Energy drink. What does this cost? I want it immediately. 69 gold. We're almost halfway there. Our guys haven't killed as much as I want them to, but that's okay. Keep him stunned. I think he should be able to fund it. Okay, not quite. Now we've got it. Okay, that's huge. Our teleporter is over here. We'll remember that. We might have to make a loop just to make sure we can get those items that were back there. I definitely think it is worth circling back around. How much did we need? 69 for this? Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and take it. It's green. Excellent. Runic Ice Blast. Pretty sure that has a chance to proc every time our dash hits anything. So if we have a clump of enemies and hit like 6 of them, we might be able to get some Runic Blast damage on all of it. Sounds good. Our drones aren't really getting too many targets. I was hoping we'd have more wisps in the air, but what can you really do? Speaking of wisps, I heard you. Aha. And then I'm just bad and miss it. Okay. Well, we have enough to afford this. Let's go ahead and grab it. Hold an additional equipment slot. Great. If we can find that one item that I was talking about, the Prion accumulator or whatever it is, that will basically carry your run to the 4th act and beyond. Okay, gotta make sure we're thinking about what we're doing. Gasoline we're gonna take. We need some AoE. And that's a very good source of it. Let's check out this chest real quick. While that's opening up, I'm just gonna take a peek over here, see if there's anything on the ground. There is a pill. Cool. Okay, we do need 1 key. This is a fine time to get it. Now let's decide where we're going to stop. We need to stop for a moment, kill enough things to generate around 240 gold. This looks like an ideal place to just dash around and wreak havoc. Okay, see, because we did that, we're pretty much set. There might be a couple of more chests around here. Hopefully our drones can get a little more currency built up for us. Wow, there's a lot going on over here. What is that, 6 different items? Wisps are good. I'll take it. He's worth quite a bit of money. We had to stop and kill him. Okay, we're at the very beginning of hard. Only 11 minutes and 30 seconds in. There's our firework. Fantastic. Okay, do we want shields or do we want health pack? I think we want the health pack healing. See those little ticking hit markers? That's the fireworks going in hot. Let's see. So many items concentrated on this side of the map. There's a shield for us. That's cool. Okay, we need 31 more. We're done. I will go ahead and get a little bit of damage off. Let's take the question mark, just in case. Okay, that's fine. If we level up on the point, then we're good. Just traveling in the general direction of the teleporter while keeping an eye out for any capsules I can open up for some fireworks. This character gets, I think, 42 health per level, so levels are pretty good on him. That's probably the second most in the game behind Multi, who gets a crazy 60. I was talking in the forums earlier a little bit. If you compare the health that Huntress gets per level to the health that Multi gets per level, their damage gained is equal. Multi's faster. The difference in health per level every 3 levels is the same as the Multi just getting another infusion, which is 100 health. Every 3 levels, it's honestly absurd. Hoping they do a little bit of rebalancing. It's real frustrating when you've got like a 2-hour run going on Huntress and you spawn into the 4th zone underneath a lizard and instantly die before the map even finishes loading. That sounds like a fluke, but it's happened more than once to me in the like 50 hours I've gotten game so far. So, you know, not great. Okay, so we managed to get through that boss fight fairly easily. We're at 14 minutes, almost done with Area 2. That's fine. We got to make sure we don't die to a bunch of nonsense. An infusion is huge. What? Maybe we just came up short there. I don't know. We knocked him down into the ground, though. Let's see if we can't evade all that damage. Okay, we're level 10. We're looking good. Mobs are so densely packed in Monsoon. Well, if I can find the teleporter, levels come a lot easier. Ah, almost got him. Okay, so that clicked us from the middle of hard to the beginning of very hard. Again, I don't really like that system, but, you know, the devs are going to do what the devs are going to do. We still don't have an active item. I'm a bit bummed about that. Let's hop down here. I'm going to pop this open just to find out what it is. Okay, well, there's an active item for us. Maybe we'll just plop that down here for a moment. I don't know. Okay, I was expecting to, like, dash through him a little cleaner, but, you know. Sometimes I'm just bad. Bison are kind of a nuisance, especially that flaming one. Okay, we're gonna back off for now, I think. How's our money? Well, maybe we don't need to. Maybe it's okay. We do, however, have this wisp here. Okay, we're in danger, so we need to get out of here. We don't really want to mess with fire elites more than we have to. However, now that we've got all this stuff clumped up on the map, these fireworks that we're popping out are going to be great. That's a lockbox. That's a huge find. Basically a free item plus some firework generation. Very cool. Let's take the question mark. Okay, out of combat healing. I'll take it. We're almost rich enough to afford that. These imps are tanky. Okay, that bison is already caught up with us. That's really bad. Now let's find our chest. We don't want to stick around here very long, though. Right underneath the fire bison. Great. War banner. Not the greatest thing in the world to make it bigger, I suppose. Choose it. As you add war banners, it just makes the radius of the thingy that spawns bigger. See how these guys are kind of just like doing this for me? Crowbar is huge. And what I mean by that jumble of words is my drones and my beetle. Beetle will respawn. They're doing all the killing for me right now. Generating currency. Plus the fireworks do a little bit. Right now we're just kind of eyeballing the rest of the map to figure out where everything is so we can make a sweep in just a moment. 2 chests over here. It looks like... oh, 3 chests over here. Wow. Right? Yeah. I think we'll go ahead and just kill these guys because it's safe. Oh, that's expensive. Let's grab the one that's out of the way before we forget about it. Okay, another key. Not great. They aren't consumed at the moment. I'm not sure if that's intentional design or what, but once you get 1 key, you can open all of the boxes forever. Another lunar bud. Interesting. Just taking a peek up here. Ooh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's see what this is. There's only like 1 thing that I really want out of here, and it's not that. We're looking for the item that cuts the active item time, but also activates it itself. If we can get like a call for backup or something with that, it's basically just a free little drone army. I'm fully expecting our drone army to just randomly die at some point, so being able to just generate one whenever whenever the game wants is kind of huge. Despite what you might be thinking. We already opened that box, I think. I see syringes. That'll increase the duration of our ulti, which we desperately want because that increases our time invulnerable too. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Opting for the easier targets. There's no reason to kill those really thick bison. Our beetle guard's going in on them, that's for sure. Right, what are we thinking right now? We're thinking a few things. We're thinking we're running out of time. We're already almost on insane. Things are about to get insane. But we're also fine for now. Let's grab this pill. We really need to find an active item. That's what we're thinking more than anything right now. And I don't mean that garbage down there. Weird for 2 lunar buds to spawn on the same map. I'll take it, but it's kind of strange. 3D printer for crowbars. I don't mess with 3D printers. I also don't mess with the sequencing thing, really. Unless my run's already shot. Once you get to a point where you can really just tell if a run is garbage or not, it's okay to experiment, just because maybe it'll save the run. You never know when it's going to give you like 60 syringes at random. Okay. More runic ice blasts. I would really like to quickly get another 50, 60 gold. I'm just going to probably call it gold. Well, if I could aim. How much do these guys pay out right now? I do not remember. Probably almost enough. Let's just stun lock him for a moment. More than enough. Great. Okay. Now if we can just remember where that chest was. Ooh, that's a spooky imp. We don't want to mess with him, I don't think. Slow enemies on hit is fine. Now where... oh, here's our portal. Let's go ahead and hit this. After we do some crowd control. Oh, I didn't even see this. Okay. Let's get the crowbar. We almost ended up getting fungus. That would have been a problem. Okay. Our imp spawned kind of out of the way. That's fine. Our frame rate is going to drop for a moment. I do apologize. Bear with it. Wow. All of that imp on screen. And somehow our teleport missed. We gotta be very mindful of our health at the moment because there are fire mobs down here and they are insane at the moment. Okay. We're just gonna do some out of combat healing for a moment. See, this is why Monsoon is like so much harder. It's not because of like any kind of stats or anything, it's just the sheer volume of mobs. It just means that there's like that many more things that can randomly one-shot you until they get everything balanced out a little bit more. Unless that's just part of the game design. So you can usually tell you've got a problem if your portal is sitting at 99%. That means your damage is way lacking, or there's something wrong with your build in terms of its ability to kill bosses. I don't mean you have like some kind of technical issue with your computer. I just mean like, you know, there's something missing with your build. Not that you really have a lot of control over that, but it is somewhat indicative of future problems. Okay, we've got 2 wisps up in the air. We're gonna dash out of here for a second because those guys hurt us. Get behind some cover. We're at 24 minutes and 32 seconds on the 3rd area. Our goal right now isn't to like go infinite or anything like that. There's no end to the game that's in just yet since we're in early access. So all I'm really shooting for is beating the 4th area, which is going to be quite difficult without some kind of active item help. I've never had a run where I didn't have an active item by the 3rd area before, but I mean, at least we got a beetle guard, yeah? Okay, you need to die. Why are you up there? Do you have an explanation, or are you just trying to irritate me? Don't you try to out-heal my damage. Okay. We are gravy, ladies and gentlemen. Let us... Okay, that's fine. Fireworks going ham. Okay, we're gone. 25 minutes. We're on impossible. Now, can we get a foothold before we hit ICU? Seems like the answer to that is no, considering it jumped us right to it. We don't want to be anywhere near those guys if we can help it. Okay, 2 healing drones, not great. Let's see what spawns out of this. Elder Lemurians, alright. We can't have 3 of these guys roaming around the maps on us, we're just gonna die. And that is a problem. So at the moment, 3 of our gunner drones, 3 or 2? 2 of our gunner drones and our beetle guard have perished. We're going to resort to Operation Look for Capsules for Fireworks. I know that's a lame name. If we get out of here before the 40-minute mark, I'll be pleased. We could do another one of those. Easy clap. Okay, we're gonna have to settle for killing these baby mobs for a moment. Our beetle is back. That's good. And looks like we die, unfortunately. That's okay. That's a good place for us to stop the video there. Just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of Monsoon gameplay. So hopefully you got something out of at least like the first couple of acts there, where we're talking about what we're thinking about, what items we're looking for in our run. Things that can really define the run. Active items can really define a run. See, if we had gotten... Let's see, what would have really helped us here? The cube would have helped us tremendously. We would have been able to clump all of those mobs together, kill them really fast. Any kind of, like the ukulele would have been great. Any kind of, anything really. Backup would have been amazing. Would have helped us get a lot of crowd controlling, and it also would have diverted attention. That's what we like ads for. Ads being like our summons and stuff. Things like the bots, things like our beetle guard, things like backup, anything that spawns in extra friendlies diverts attention. They all pull some aggro away, so you don't have 50 things aiming at you. You've got maybe 15 things aiming at you, and then like 35 things randomly aiming at different things. So it's much easier to survive when you don't have 50 things dropping a bomb on you at the same time, if that makes sense. Prion Accumulator would have killed that imp in literally 30 seconds. Less, even, if we'd had 2 charges. Less than 30 seconds. It might have even one-shotted it, I don't know. It usually almost one-shots all of the stage 1 and 2 bosses. The way you unlock that is just by doing the timed security chest in the third area. You just gotta hit it before 10 minutes, and you unlock it. Some of the dailies... Are they dailies? The prismatic trials, I think they're maybe every 2 or 3 days. Some of those start on the ice map. You can really just cheese it and grab that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Again, hopefully you got something out of it. Comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions, if you got any tips or anything like that. What other characters you'd like to see Monsoon runs on. I think we'll probably do the Huntress next because it's another hard one. I don't really want to do multi because it's just too easy. Anybody can do multi on Monsoon with just a little bit of game knowledge. But yeah, make sure you like if you liked. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. Again, I am Sumi. Thanks so much for watching, and take care, everybody.